1 for the ADCC 2022 World Championships. Now, Felipe Pena versus Max Gimenis. Gimenis earlier victorious against Orlando Sanchez on this mat. Chase, what do you make of this matchup?
I'm excited, man. It's always great to watch Felipe Pena compete. He had a tough first round where he scored 8 points, but had to put in a lot of work against Josh Sanders there. But the same could be said of Max Gimenis. Hard work going against Orlando Sanchez at any time. We see Felipe now sit the guard and start to employ his game plan. He's so good, despite being in the over 99 kilogram category, at finding small spaces to spin underneath and get beneath his opponent. He can go under anybody at all times. It's crazy.
Yeah, and already this is a way different story than the Orlando Sanchez match for Max Gimenis. Felipe Pena wasting no time on the feet, just getting right down to business.
Yeah, I'm sure that Max is relieved by that fact. I don't think he wanted another, let's call it war of words with Orlando Sanchez. There's more talking almost in that match than there was grappling, but they're straight to the good stuff in this one.
Felipe Pena really hanging heavy on the head from the guard here as well.
Referee asking for a little more action from Gimenis on top. You'll get that call quick here when you go 2 knees on the floor. They really want to see guys moving. Felipe Pena's working to fight for these underhooks. Maybe get into more of a butterfly guard.
After this match, if I'm not mistaken, we'll be either on mat 1 or mat 3 looking at the matchup between Nick Rodriguez and John Hansen.
Yeah, so many good matches still left on the day. Certainly have lived up to expectations here at ADCC 2022.
One thing Felipe Pena is so good at is locking up the legs of his opponent in the guard, right? At any point during his guard, it seems like he always has his bottom hook intricately weaved in, preventing any forward progression. We saw that in his third matchup against Gordon Ryan as well. Oftentimes in the match, Gordon would be stifled on a pass and put right back in a sort of a leg weave from single leg X. And Felipe has said that he essentially, this might be his last ADCC as well. He wants to move on to an MMA career, but really trying to leave a lasting impression here. Felipe looking at the referee, pushing on Max Gimenis' shoulders, saying, "I'm trying."
So I believe Max may have a penalty immediately assigned to him at the 5-minute mark. So that's how, if there was excessive stalling in the opening 5 minutes where there are no points scored or penalties awarded, they can still be assigned, and then they will appear at the 5-minute mark. Let's see if that's what just happened. I saw some discussion going on at the judges panel.
Well, it certainly seems that Felipe Pena is a bit frustrated with the pacing of Max Gimenis. Only 1 minute and 20 seconds left until we go into the point scoring section of this match that you just alluded to, Chase. So far, this has been the tail of the tape, closed guard for Felipe Pena. And a lot of just basically Max Gimenis alternating between putting his hands on the belly or his hands underneath the armpits of Felipe, but not attempting very much to open the guard, more seemingly just trying to stay safe. Maybe he's waiting for the point section of the match to engage, and as I say that, opens up a bit.
Yeah, there's some commitment from Gimenis.
Certainly seems that he's trying to find a way to get tight on Felipe. Now, that is much easier said than done. Now Felipe spinning underneath, it looks like. Right back now, double underhooks for Felipe Pena. A little bit of heavy work from the outside. Felipe Pena gets a little elevation. Max Gimenis really showcasing some heavy hips in defense, too. Now trying to pass to the right side, forcing Felipe to get his guard back and recover. And Felipe looking for the shoulder crunch on the left side.
Yeah, Max has definitely turned up the intensity here since the points period has come into play.
Now Felipe looking to get under this leg here and turn up for possibly a takedown and under the other leg. Typically, Felipe seems to like to get under the right leg of his opponent. But in that situation that we just saw, he ended up under the left. Three minutes to go.
And we see a negative point appear for Max Gimenis.
Two things are going to happen off of that too, Chase. You know, they have now Max Gimenis has to put the pace forward. He has to pick it up a little bit, and that's going to provide some more openings for Felipe Pena as well. With the passing prowess of Max Gimenis, Felipe Pena certainly needs to be careful, but that should rather, make things a bit more interesting from here on out as we get only 2 minutes left in this match. And the winner of this match moves on to tomorrow, right?
That's right. This is the last match of the day. We're in the second round here for the... And Max really insistent still on remaining on both knees. It's tough to make an impression on the judges from that position. You really have to get either a double underpass going or a little more pressure than just that.
A little bit of an awkward angle on Max's knee, forces him to disengage there. Felipe Pena patiently remains seated. For those of you guys watching in the multi-view stream on FloGrappling.com and following along on arena.FloGrappling.com, you'll see Map 3 has John Hansen versus Nick Rodriguez. Both of them are also fighting for their spot on the ticket tomorrow. Max Gimenis with the big knee cut, and Felipe Pena powers up to his feet and puts Max Gimenis back on his back.
What a scramble. Great counter from Felipe Pena. Still chasing this takedown here. Has a body lock from the back, dragging Max down to the mat. Really took that opportunity and has run with it, has Felipe Pena. Great counter, Jake.
That was a fantastic counter. And look at these two scramble back for position. Max Gimenis trying to do whatever he can to keep Felipe off his back, but Felipe doing a great job of staying just ahead of him. Now he's in turtle position looking for both of his hooks. Important to note, Chase, that though the score is 0-0 on the primary scoring, Gimenis does have a negative point. And so if Felipe were simply to keep this lock, although he does have a choke, it looks like it's locked in. And that's it. He gets the tap, and Felipe Pena moves on to the semifinal here at ADCC Worlds.
Beautiful work from Felipe Pena. Max sold out there in that knee cut. Gotta love the aggression, but Felipe is able to flip the switch there and get what he needed to get to the back and get the finish. Impressive work.
And I will say that Max Gimenis did what really what I would coach my students to do. Go for broke when you're down. If there's only a minute